Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Amanda, I'm a hand embroidery artist, and in this video I wanted to show you how you can embroider a pine tree. My hope in this tutorial is to help simplify things. I think trees can be a little bit difficult to learn how to do at first, but I'm hoping that this tutorial is helpful, so let's get started. I'm using a heat erasable friction pen, but you can also use a water soluble pen if you want. I'm just marking the fabric with a basic shape. I start with the trunk of the tree by just drawing a simple straight line, and then I'm basically just making diagonal lines off of that main trunk. The ones towards the top are going to be shorter, and then it's going to get wider at the bottom, so you'll start to make wider branches. And I'm not adding on individual leaves or anything like that to these. I just want to stick with lines, and then we'll fill this in once we get started. It's not required, but it is helpful to have a reference photo when you're doing this and when you're stitching something, just so you can kind of see the colors and shapes while you're embroidering it. I'll leave the colors I ended up using on the screen if you want to follow along, so you'll just need those in an embroidery needle. And I used 2 strands of cotton floss throughout this entire embroidery. To get started, I'm using color 934, which is the darkest green color, and I'm just going to start at the very top. I'm basically just making some straight stitches over top of those shorter branches at the very top. If there's some areas you feel like need to be filled in more, you can definitely do that, but we will be adding in other individual leaves, so some of the space between these branches will go away. After I filled in about 3 levels of the top branches, I went ahead and added in a few individual leaves using the same color. And again, these are just going to run diagonally off of each branch that you just stitched, and I'm just keeping the stitches super short. These don't have to be perfect, and we probably will be filling in other colors with some of these branches, so if you find sparse spots, it's okay. This is just kind of the start of filling in the branches. Now I'm moving on to the lower branches and filling the rest of them in using 3021, which is a dark brown color. And I'm back stitching these branches because they are pretty long, so I don't want to just do one straight stitch for the entire branch. Once you've filled in all the branches, I'm just going back through and filling in the trunk of the tree. I'm just using the same color and I'm doing a split stitch. And then at the bottom of the tree where the trunk is wider, I'm just making rows of split stitches. I'm only split stitching one size with 3021, and then I'm going back in on the other side and using 640, which is a little bit lighter color. I just wanted to add a little bit more dimension to it and add a little bit of a light source, so that makes it look a little bit more realistic. Once I have filled in the tree trunk, I'm going to go back through and start filling in the rest of the branches. I'm using 934 again to do this, and I'm just making little diagonal stitches. Once you get towards the bottom branches, I have mine spaced out a little bit more, and they're naturally going to be a little bit larger towards the bottom. So I'm making my stitches slightly longer and just kind of making those branches look a little bit larger. Again, we will be filling this in with a few other shades and layers of stitches, so it's totally fine if your branches are kind of spaced out still. This pine tree is looking more and more like a real pine tree, but it does look kind of sparse and flat. So now I'm going in with a little bit lighter shade of green. I'm using 936, and I'm just kind of scattering in some pine needles throughout the branches. I'm not doing anything super exact with this. I'm kind of just eyeballing it and doing it as I go. You can vary the angle of some of these stitches as well, just to make them look a little bit more natural and realistic. I think that helps as well to kind of mix things up and it looks less like a distinguished pattern. Now I am using an even lighter color. I'm using 733 to add in a few branches that kind of go in different angles. And I'm also adding in a few stitches towards the center that are pretty much vertical to kind of represent branches that are kind of facing in front, because obviously trees are three-dimensional and their branches go all around them, and right now it looks very two-dimensional because we don't really have any sort of color or shading that would represent those branches that are kind of facing right in front of you. So this is just an easy way to kind of add in a little bit of depth into the tree to make it somewhat more realistic. If you're interested in learning more about thread painting, I do have a bunch of exclusive tutorials and tips and tricks that are on my Patreon, so I'll leave a link in the description if that sounds like something you'd be interested in. To soften up the contrast between the light green we just stitched and some of the darker green, I am going in with 469, which is a little bit more of a medium green color, and I'm just kind of scattering in some stitches to soften up this area just a little bit here and there. You can also go into some of the other branches where they have darker green in them, and you can add a few stitches of this kind of more medium green color just to add a little bit more depth to it. At this point, I'm just kind of filling in areas that I think need a little bit more fill to them. This is just, again, me kind of eyeballing things and keeping it pretty loose. I think that things turn out a little bit better when you are not super prescriptive about it. So I will leave in the footage of me just kind of filling it in just so you can see how I'm doing it. But once I was happy with it, I'm pretty much done, and yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a like and follow along if you're interested in seeing more embroidery tutorials like this. And again, please check out my Patreon if you're looking for more in-depth tutorials. Thanks so much.